Our next guest was a star of Lord Sugar's The Apprentice 5 years ago, but more recently, Lubna Zaidi has been speaking about issues surrounding religion and integration in Britain.
Well, Lubna says she's had to flee her hometown amid backlash from her comments, and she joins us now in the studio. Lubna, welcome to Saturday Morning Live. Now, tell us a little bit about your story. You were famous, first of all, for being on The Apprentice, but you've moved on to talking about cultural issues, particularly those affecting Muslims in the UK. Why have you chosen to do this?
I have chosen to do this. Well, first of all, thank you for inviting me. I've chosen to do this because I love this country. I was born here. However, I do feel like this country is getting really divided and we are torn, and I feel people from my background, i.e. the Muslim Pakistani heritage community, can do more to address the concerns that people have. Sadly, what I've experienced is that there is no willingness to do that. So I started a YouTube channel. I started addressing the concerns that people have about grooming gangs, honour killings, misogyny, etc. And I encouraged other people from my background to condemn what I call the bad apples within the community. Because sadly, because their voices, the extremists, the crazy people, because their voice is so loud, it gives the impression to someone else outside of our race and faith that maybe we are all like this. And if that's not true, surely people shouldn't have an issue condemning the bad apples. But what I found is there seems to be a silent, I would say sadly, a majority that I've experienced that seems to be in support of the extremists. Because instead of condemning the extremists for threatening me and threatening my life, which is the reason why I had to flee my home, they've been actually very happy that I was taking a step back from my YouTube channel. So I'm absolutely disappointed and disgusted with people from my background. There are a few good people that have started speaking out. Sadly, there is a lot of fear. I just feel like we can do more, we should do more, and we need to, because this country is divided.
Using the internet without a VPN, a virtual private network, is a bit like taking to the road without car insurance. All it takes is one unlucky moment to cost you a lot of cash. This video's sponsor is Private Internet Access. They are the VPN to help keep you safe. Click the link in the description below to find out why over 30 million people have downloaded PIA to protect themselves online. A virtual private network is an app that hides your IP address and helps keep your data private. When you're browsing the internet at home, you give up a large amount of data to businesses, to shops, and indeed to social media giants too. Hackers have the ability to steal your personal data with ease, including sensitive information such as passwords, keystrokes, and even your personal photos. Private internet access helps protect your personal data by encrypting your internet connection to keep your data out of the hands of cyber criminals. And it's not just hackers either to be concerned about. Information can be censored too. When Canada passed their C-18 bill, social media giants decided to ban news content on their platforms. But PIA can protect your ability to consume the news and content you love. Private internet access is available for Windows users, Mac OS, Android, Linux, iOS, and you can use one PIA subscription to protect an unlimited amount of devices. And we've got a huge GB News discount for you too. Click the link in this video's description and you'll get a massive 83% off PIA. That's under £2 a month, the price of a coffee, and you'll get an extra 4 months completely free on top. Also, there's a 30-day money-back guarantee too. Visit piavpn.com/GB News to start protecting yourself digitally today.
Are you getting a lot of private correspondence from what you're referring to, I guess, is the silent minority of people who are concerned about these broader issues? Are they getting in touch with you saying, thank you for what you're doing, stay strong, keep speaking out? Or has that been quite limited as well?
There have been people from the Muslim background and the Pakistani background who have been contacting me, even people in Pakistan saying, do you know what, we're so grateful you're doing this because even we would like positive social reform. We would like to progress. And sadly, because we don't address the issues, even within Pakistan, things are escalating and we are not doing as well as we could have. However, again, there is a lot of fear and people generally even don't feel comfortable speaking about these issues within the UK. And I personally do not feel comfortable and confident, especially because of the mass illegal migration coming into this country from people from my race and faith, which I know will struggle to integrate and assimilate into this country. Even the people born here are struggling, right? So the people coming fresh off the boat, I mean, I'm sorry, but like, I am shocked at how we have mismanaged this whole situation in the country. I feel like we don't have any borders. I don't even feel like this is Great Britain anymore. I'm thinking of seeking asylum in America now, or some other, like literally Americans are calling me and saying, do you know what, seek asylum here because Great Britain is now gone. So at what point are we going to be honest that this country needs proper leadership and we need to sort things out?
Well, the government will say that they're getting in touch with these issues, that they're engaging with the small boats crisis, for example. They're saying they're going to smash the gangs, and they also say that we have freedom of speech and the opportunity to deal with integration issues. Are you concerned that because a lot of people in your community are worried about speaking out, that maybe the state and like the police and social services, they're also nervous about engaging with your side of the argument as well?
I would say, do we really have freedom of speech? I mean, I've had to flee my home in Luton. I lived there for 40 years because I was getting death threats. People turned up, they found where I live. And even now they're saying we're going to find wherever you are in the UK. We've got eyes everywhere. We've got people everywhere. So, I mean, what am I going to do? Like, wait for someone to attack me? So I don't feel comfortable at all. And there are lots of people who are looking up to me from my community who are watching and waiting to see what happens with me. Am I going to get the support that I need in this country? If not, sadly, that's going to discourage more people from speaking up. So I'm almost a test case. So I do need the support from everybody because let's face it, if someone else speaks up about the issues that I do, they will be falsely accused of Islamophobia, racism. But the fact is, I'm sorry guys, if you're coming from my race and religion, we need to address the concerns people have. No one is saying all Muslims are bad. No one is saying all Pakistanis are bad. But you have to admit there are serious issues. And sadly, Britain is having to deal with things like honour killings and all this kind of stuff, which would have been unheard of before. And that's not fair to the existing people in this country. The English people who have an English heritage from hundreds and thousands of years, it's not fair on them. They didn't want us here. Whether you like it or not, these are the facts. They didn't want us here. We're here now. And what, sadly, people from my community, when I say my community, I'm speaking about people from my race and religion. Sadly, what we're doing is we're proving these English people right, that they were scared to have us and they were right? So we can do more, we need to do more. Call out the grooming gangs, it's absolutely disgusting. No one is saying that all Muslims are paedophiles or all Pakistanis are, but when you are not condemning these people in the way they need to be condemned, like how dare these people, how dare they do this? Then what are you expecting other people are going to think of us? And go on, yeah, sorry. I can go on and on. I can literally talk forever about this. I'm so passionate about this.
This is a very contested issue, and of course, you know, many people have been very welcoming to people from all kinds of faiths and none. But certainly there are integration issues. I think many people would agree with that. But you've been extremely brave, and thank you so much for coming on the programme this morning.
Thank you.
Really good to speak to you, Lubna.
Thank you.